Hi, my name is Sheila Hill. I'm an intuitive life coach and a spiritual guide. I wanted to share with you today, we're going to have a little conversation about love. So, something that I have been experiencing and observing and witnessing from a different lens. And I've been sharing this with my Patreon group and my clients. And there seems to be a bit of a theme going, which it is not lost on me that there is definitely divine purpose in the fact that as I go through something and then share it, and then there's this ripple effect of people going, yeah, me too, me too. So I wanted to share this with you. There has been sort of like this real palpable disconnect recently between knowing that love is all there is and not being able to connect to love. Not being able to connect to myself some days, not being able to connect to my higher self, to God consciousness, while holding the knowing that this is all supposed to become more loving and feeling more loved is what's supposed to be coming online. That I have been going through great periods of feeling not loved, not being able to connect to love, see love, feel love, or be love in a lot of ways. And it's been hard. But what I understand the greater purpose of this is that there has been a quickening in the energies. You may want to go back to the other video that I've just posted today called I'm Done. It's the completion. Because that'll give you a little more context to what's really happening here. And I always sort of speak not from the grander space of the energies and what's happening globally, but from sort of my own little microcosm of my own universe and then my experiences with my clients and what I'm intuiting. So there's that piece. You can go have a look at that if you would like. But there's been a lot of not love that has been coming up. And feelings of not being loved and not being able to connect. And you look out in the world and it certainly does not look like love right now. And I want to offer you a context that might create some kind of inner peace, may activate some resonance within you, and to help give you perspective that when you feel not loved and so disconnected and funky and unlovable, and you don't even love yourself, what is actually being cleared is all that is not love, because it's love as an energy and a frequency that is sort of knocking on your energetic door. It is always when you feel not loved and when you experience not love that you are actually in the presence of love that is asking to be expressed, to be embodied, to be experienced. And I don't know how long this process is going to take. There's certainly been a quickening in the energies. This is going to be a big year. But I just wanted to offer you that as a perspective to sort of pare all of the noise down, to take away all of the narratives of who's who and what's what and all of the things, and just shift into a simplicity that love, God, source, consciousness, love is always asking to be expressed, to be embodied, to be experienced, to be seen, and to be shared. And until we are in a place where we are able to do that more often, from a more embodied place, from a more aligned place more often, then there are going to be days and times and periods where our experience is the not love part. But know that in those moments of not feeling loved and not being able to connect to love or to be an expression of love, that is not a measure of whether you've done your work or not done your work, or whether you're ascending or not ascending, or advancing or not advancing, or if you have entities, or if you've made a mistake, or, it's none of those things. It is purely that as love comes in, it puts pressure on all that is not that. So that what is not that, your deepest shadows, your deepest fears, your self-judgment, your feeling of not being loved, is going to get loud temporarily while love comes in and dissolves all that is not that. So I wrote this a couple of years ago, and I wanted to share this because it's perfect for this video. So lay back for a moment if you choose to. Maybe close your eyes, put your hand on your heart while I remind you and your body, what is love? I was asked recently, what is love? And my initial response is that we're learning. That as humans, we have distorted the meaning of love in so many ways that it will require a great process of undoing first. That starting from zero and relearning from a place of wisdom, responsibility, and openness is what is next. So then, I started to observe my reality, the world, and my ever-wandering thoughts, with the intention to allow love to reveal its truth to me. It told me that love is honest, hard, transparent, vulnerable, and even gut-wrenching at times, but love is always honest. Love allows for space. It allows for space and silence to guide it, and it doesn't contract or find discomfort in the vastness of said space. Love holds space for and encourages. It doesn't rescue, enable, or try and control another. It believes in the divine ability and resourcefulness of all and encourages and reminds them when called to. Love is self-honoring. Love knows when its own needs are being met, when the self is fully honored by the self. It acts as an offering for others to do the same, and by that becomes an example of love. Love is expansive. It is not controlled, bound, manipulated, or hoarded. Love is free, and love is abundant. And finally, I believe this one to be the most potent. Love is all things. It is in the seen and in the unseen. Love resides deep in the fabric of every experience, waiting to be birthed through the wisdom that only time and space can unveil to a heart that is willing to receive it. I encourage you to ponder what love means to you, where you have the opportunity to relearn and to become an example of love in new ways. I recommend that as you evaluate your life and experiences, that you make room to see that even in the worst experiences, that deep within its fabric was truly an expression of love. I hope that this inspires you. I hope that I have met you with a little bit of more love to offer your willing heart. And I wish you ease and grace on your journey going forward. Bye-bye for now.